Episode 96.
It's not about losing on purpose. It's about giving up.
Ye Xiu corrected Chen Guo's choice of words.
It was a tactical choice for the overall match. The loss in the team battle was part of the plan. Yan Kang, the first to take the stage, was a player known for his meticulous and lightning, fast mechanics. By matching Seng Shang move for move, he effortlessly pushed Seng Xiang's APM into overdrive, getting him thoroughly pumped up.
The second opponent fell quickly, which only stoked Seng Xiang's arrogance. As for Xu Bin, who took the stage for the third match,
he fought tenaciously, goading the previously triumphant Seng Shang into a desperate, all-out assault to finish him quickly. In this match, Seng Xiang's APM even surpassed his first round duel with Ye Xiu. But as Xu Bin kept playing to his strengths as the Grand King, forcing Seng Shang to maintain that blistering pace. He was never going to be Seng Xiang's match. But after that one, versus 3, Seng Shang's emotions and APM had already peaked. So what? His hand speed, it's out of control. Hand speed out of control. He'd unwittingly fallen into his opponent's trap. In short, he'd lost his head.
So, what's the big deal?
There are many possibilities. At the very least, in a team match, his over-excitement will cause him to fall out of sync with the others. He's only been with Team Excellent Era for a few days, so his coordination with the others was already shaky. Now, being whipped up into this state, that's a fatal flaw. Victory in a team match is never decided by a single individual. It's the strength of the team that matters. Team 301's current tactic is to isolate Song Muchen, making her launcher, Dancing Rain, their primary target for elimination. But judging by their formation, the first one to be isolated from the team was Seng Shang. As for the kill priority, though, he'd probably be the last. Why? After all, he's the stronger player. Let Xu Bin keep grinding away. If he keeps pushing his APM like this, his hands are going to cramp up soon. Although Yan Kang is the captain of Team 301, many of their tactical intentions are actually executed through Xu Bin's performance. This is a team with 2 core players. Their 2 strongest core players were both in the team competition. Do you still think they were throwing it on purpose? Losing the team competition was inevitable. But Team 301, seeking victory in defeat, delivered an outstanding performance that paved the way for their ultimate triumph in the team battle. The true essence of this match was all in the second part. And the focus isn't on the winner, but on the loser.
Chen Guo was stunned. Usually, she thought the commentators and guests' insights were impressive. But what Ye Xiu was saying now was something they hadn't even mentioned. Were the commentators and guests deliberately keeping the suspense by not analyzing it, or was Ye Xiu's understanding truly on another level? Chen Guo wasn't sure, but talk of losing control of APM and the team falling out of sync sounded a bit too fantastical. Could this guy just be talking nonsense?
Still too green, not nearly good enough.
Ye Xiu was still shaking his head with a sigh, while Chen Guo stared blankly at the match. Once again, the internet cafe fell into a deathly silence, just like when Excellent Era lost the second match of the individual competition. Everyone's hearts were in their throats for the team they supported. Unlike Chen Guo, who had already reached a conclusion in her heart after hearing Ye Xiu's explanation, these spectators still clung to hope, still anticipating Team Excellent Era's powerful counterattack. But the moment everyone was waiting for never came. Amidst Pan Lin's frantic commentary, Su Mucheng's Dancing Rain was the first to fall. While a 6th player could be called in as a substitute, this could only be done within the designated replacement zone. Under Yan Kang's relentless pursuit with his character Scenery Killer, Dancing Rain ultimately failed to hold out until that point. Su Mucheng was eliminated. Excellent Era's 6th player automatically entered the fray. He knew the situation was dire and rushed to turn the tide. Pan Lin's live commentary never missed a beat. The moment Excellent Era's sixth player teleported into the substitution zone, he immediately switched his focus to the action.
Alright, Team JSG's sixth player is now on the field. It's Himing's character, Loss, Severity, an Elementalist. Coach Lai, do you think Himing can turn the tide for Excellent Era's current disadvantage?
The sixth player often becomes a turning point in a team match. However, Righteous Fire's entry wasn't a tactical substitution, but an automatic one. That alone puts Excellent Era in a passive position from the get-go. Moreover, Team 3001 was definitely prepared for this move. Himing himself isn't a top-tier player, and his character, Law Does Not Tolerate Emotion, isn't a top-tier account either. To rely solely on his individual strength, turning the tide right now is probably a bit unrealistic. So, what do you think Team Excellent Era should do? First, they need to establish tactical coordination with the team. That's crucial. But I think Team Excellent Era right now,
It seems like they're already in a bit of disarray. I'm not sure if they even have a clear tactical plan anymore.
the key still lies with Seng Xiang. I think his individual performance is a bit too prominent. So prominent, in fact, that it now seems somewhat disconnected from the team. This perfectly confirms what I said earlier. Seng Xiang is still new to Team Excellent Era, and there are some issues with team integration.
Li Yibo was pulling out another one of his signature moves, shifting the goalposts. He took the issue of synergy with one autumn leaf he'd mentioned earlier when critiquing Seng Xiang's weaknesses, expanded on it, and lumped the current problem right in there, making himself look both insightful and professional. Pan Lin, whether truly fooled or just playing along, nodded in agreement. Meanwhile, Chen Guo turned to Ye Xiu with a look of shock. The expert guest's analysis finally aligned with Yi Xiu's judgment. However, he attributed Seng Xiang's disconnect to a lack of team synergy. But it was a bit different from what Ye Xiu had described as a deliberate design. Pan Lin continued his commentary, and Chen Guo had no time to ask further questions. Even though their idol So Muqing had been defeated, the spectators still held considerable hope for the newly entered Himing. The hearts of the internet cafe's audience were locked in a silent, fierce competition, yet no one dared to shout, as if a single sound could reach the players and break their concentration. Inside the internet cafe, only the sounds of the match's fierce combat and the live commentary remained. After entering the field, Himing immediately began blasting his way forward with spells. Having witnessed So Muqing's fate, he was deeply wary of Yang Kong's close range assassination attempt. He unleashed every anti-close quarters technique an elementalist possessed without holding back, maintaining this frantic pace as he raced to regroup with his teammates. Himing's performance drew praise from the professional guest commentator, Coach Lai, causing a stir among the audience in the happy internet cafe. As if they'd spotted another opening for victory, their spirits instantly reignited.